right, welcome everybody in Beer Man's Belches.
Sorry.
Yo ho ho and a bottle brass monkey. Cheers to Whiskey Scout in the chat. And welcome to my panel tonight on this 47th episode of New Brew, the show where you bring a beer you've never had before. You instantly review it, you talk, and then we have to come up with a question at the end. So everybody be thinking about a question on the panel or in the chat for everybody to answer. Alex, the beer master, he is on panel tonight.
What's up,
We
everybody?
got Dan, the other half, the better half, the most bestest half of FLX Beer Reviews. East Coast LQ Reviews, sometimes known as Timmy, Tom, Tyler, or Tanner.
Whatever you want.
And we got another guy that has a lot of AKAs. Thomas Metal 75.
Hi.
AKA Massachusetts Beer Reviews.
Hello. Good day.
AKA Eric.
Thanks for having me, Bumpy Road Bruce.
AKA Little Drummer Boy.
Sure. Okay.
Another guy that has a lot of channel names. Oh, we got Beer Man.
Cheers.
AKA Pickle Steve.
Yes.
AKA Harmonica Man. AKA
Santa.
Trees Whiz.
Yay.
Well,
And then you got myself. I'm Bumpy Road Brews, and I was formerly Bumpy Road Brewery. So there we go. Lots of hidden identities tonight for everybody. Welcome, Commerce Aussie. We got Mick T. Cheers. Welcome in, Mick T. Tommy Carroll. Hope to do good by you with another very concise review tonight. And of course, Robert the Whiskey Scout again. And Chattio. Cheers. We just left Chattio's chat. He had a live going, and now I got dogs going. So I'm going to mute myself, bring up Alex the Beer Master so we can get the show started. Let me tell you guys, we've got a surprise for you tonight with Alex the Beer Master. Let me get to the right screen.
Thanks, legendary Bumpy. Today we got a Hellas Lager from the Woods Old Brewery, I think that says. Either way, take a look, and there you go.
Round of applause. Round of applause.
Round of applause.
So, like I said, I like these kind of beers, but like I said, I just love my other beers better. But hey, these are good too, especially in the summertime. So let's get this going. Nice and cold. Well, a beer is nice and cold. I have another couple beers, but I didn't put them in the fridge. I should. All right, let's pour this up, shall we? Okay. Smells pretty good. That's what we want.
Now, Alex, unfortunately, I don't think this one's going to be creamy.
No, but it's going to be delicious. That is for sure, legendary Tanner. You're correct. Now it's been a couple months old, this beer, I heard, but you know what? Good carbonation. That is for sure. So I don't know. Doesn't look oxidized or anything. It looks just like a golden lager like it's supposed to be. Yeah, nice stuff. 2-finger head, nice frothy head. It's all right. Okay, I thought there was like a wizard or something. You know those things. It's not that.
What's the ABV on that?
Looks right.
ABV. Let me play Colombo on that. Let's do Tanner.
I can look it up for you, Alex. Hold on, I got you, buddy.
What'd you say, Tanner?
I said I can look it up for you if you just want to continue.
Yeah, I appreciate it because I didn't see it. Okay, all right. So that looks delicious. Let's see what it smells like. It smells like a lemon, like it's supposed to do, you know, vinegary or whatever it's supposed to taste like or smell like. So that smells good. Doesn't smell bad. Again, I'm thinking it's going to be delicious. Let's see what it's all about. Let me see what else it smells first. That doesn't smell that bad at all. So let's get into it, shall we? Cheers.
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 Well,
Why-
that is clean. That is clean as a whistle. I like that. That is very delicious. A nice body feel to the thing. A little bit of a thickness to the mouthfeel. I'm actually surprised. Very refreshing. And this is since I think this beer was made, at least shelved in August, but this is not bad at all. It just doesn't taste oxidized, I don't think. It just tastes like a very crisp, clean beer. Let's continue on.
Mm-hmm. Alex, I have to tell you, you broke Joe.
How could I break him? This is what my peeps want. And that's what I think I broke him because I surprised
He can't continue on with Beer Tube anymore. He's done.
Huh?
He said he can't continue on with Beer Tube anymore. He's done.
Oh, because I broke him for drinking a good beer. Wow. They're all delicious. They're all delicious beers, regardless.
He doesn't know how to react to the news of you drinking a Hellas Lager. That's what he says.
Yes, but it's a good beer. I've had Hellas Lagers before. They're very crisp, very not creamy, but
Not creamy.
clean. But it does have a nice thick mouthfeel, and it's not drying as much. So that's good. I'm telling you. Matter of fact, I'll probably get this again. But if you want more Hellas Lagers, give me a hell yeah. And I'll
Hell
give you-
Hell yeah.
don't worry. Don't worry. You'll get your stouts. You'll get your New England IPAs. You get all that original stuff that I love. But these things are delicious too. So I think I'm gonna bring some of these.
Whoa.
Next time I want a Czech style Pilsner.
Czech style Pilsner. I can arrange that.
I've never seen one stuffed in a can.
Hell yeah.
If I can find one, I'll check it out. A Czech style Pilsner. So yeah, this is really good. I'm going to shut up now, but it's very good, very, very crisp, very, very flavorful. It is not a nasty beer at all. This is very delicious, and I've had these beers before. I think the legendary BuMpY did a Hellas Lager or some sort on another series.
Oh, I definitely did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm not acting. That stuff's good. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of this. And, oh, man, it's delicious. Thank you, legendary BuMpY and everybody.
Oh, God. You killed
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, went wrong down the pipe. So thank you guys for letting me join BuMpY. I'm happy I got this for the legendary Dan, legendary Mike, legendary Joey, Joe from Beer Patrol, and also Sam Smalley. So all you guys enjoy the show. And that's that. Appreciate you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks, Alex. I was so happy that you brought Hellas.
Well, I promised I was going to do it. I didn't forget.
It makes me
I
feel
just-
Hellas good.
And you know what's funny? This is the same place that I go to Roger Wilco's, and I lose my mind. And I did lose my mind on it, but I still made sure I remembered to get this beer. Finally. Cheers.
Nice. That's nice to both you and to Commerce Oz. All right, let's bring Dan in, see what he decided to bring to New Brew.
Well, I've got Hellas a beer to live up to, but hopefully I can do
You
it.
got a Hellas Lager. And
You know what, Alex? I am just so happy you finally drank one and you enjoyed it, and that's awesome.
well, I would get this again. I've already had it before. Not this beer specifically. No, not this beer. Listen, BuMpY. I'm gonna give you a noogie when we hang out again, BuMpY. But I'm telling you, no, not this beer specifically, but I've had beers like this and it's delicious. I'm gonna shut up now. Appreciate it.
All right, cheers.
Love
All
you.
right, well, I've got a certified new brew, definitely new. Not had it before. So this is from the Beer Tree Brewing Company, and they are out of Johnson City, New York. This is their Kviking Funeral, a hazy triple IPA with honey, 10% ABV. It's got Ebergard Kvike yeast, and Beer Tree Brew, and it's in collaboration with Upstate Brewing. Canned on date, I want to say 11/3. It's very, very hard to. It's all smudged.
11.
It says like
10. It's either 10 or 11. Yeah.
Maybe it's 11/8. I don't know. Anyways, I probably date it. All of Encyclopedia Jotanica, look it up on the IGs. He'll tell me one. All right. That's looking nice. So I tend to like IPAs and beers brewed with honey, or at least honey additives. So all the head in the world, like that is just like the most micro bubbles you could ever see. That is just, it's not going anywhere. It's literally just, it's like Cool Whip on top of orange juice. That's what it looks like. I would say in person, it's actually a little darker than it looks on camera. I think the lights are kind of lighting it up. It's not dark to the point of like oxidized, but it's like dark to the point of like turkey gravy kind of thing going on. Let's get a whiff.
Cheers.
Man, that is interesting. It's very like bready and just like almost like Cheerios to a certain degree, like that kind of graininess going on, like Cheerios mixed with like a Triscuit. But then you get this waft of like a mandarin, and that sweetness from like the honey is there. It's present. Like you kind of get that nice fresh honey smell. The malt is very present though, but it doesn't smell too sweet. So I'm happy about that. Being triple IPA. All right, let's dive in. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
Hells yeah.
Oh, hells yeah. Okay, first off, the body, higher side of medium, lower side of full. Mouthfeel. Alex, you strapped in, buddy?
Yes, please.
It's a little creamy. It's just a little bit creamy.
Please be delicious.
So there is like, I don't know if it's the yeast that they're using, but there is this very just kind of Saison-y kind of thing going on with it. It's like if you mixed like a Saison with an IPA and added like a drop of honey, that's kind of what I'm getting.
Ooh.
Like it's very just herbal and just kind of like wild with a little bit of that horse blanket thing.
Ooh, nice.
This is very different.
So would it be a beer that I would like to try?
It's not a fruited sour from Drecker, so that's hard to say.
Well, no, I like that brewery. I've had their beers. They're
Beer
good.
Tree? I mean, I definitely pick it up.
That's an easy question. Alex wants to try everything, so yes.
Okay.
No, but I'm serious, BuMpy. I've already tried one of their beers. It's a blue beer, blue can that is on Amazon or Facebook. I did it already.
So it doesn't say what hops are in this, but this is a really unique IPA. It really is, because I think that strain of yeast they're using and then the honey, it cuts across what could be like a super, super just like cloying experience. It brings a nice bitterness to it. There's this nice herbal kind of like chivy kind of onion, like a cooked onion, the one that's like transparent, like after you have your beef roast, like the little baby onions that like kind of like that.
Pearl onions.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, all right.
But like after they're cooked, like that. You know what I mean?
That was the wrong symbol to do that to, Dan.
Well, it's probably what my butthole is going to be like after I drink this beer in the morning. So it's all good. All right. No, this is really unique. I can't wait to sip on this. After all you guys go, let it warm up.
Let me
Let it
show
kind
you.
of open it up. So, all right. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, Dan.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Here's Dan.
And now on to Tan.
All
Dan,
right.
Dan.
So BuMpy actually gave me this. I think this was like the first time I hung out with BuMpy. He gave me this can. It's the Choir of the Dead.
You finally trust me enough to drink it?
No, I've been actually holding on to it and letting it age a little bit. Imperial Vanilla Stout aged in bourbon barrels. It's a 2021 release. Oh, no, it's not focusing. But yeah, 2021 release. It's 10% alcohol by volume. Brewed by Burlington Beer Company. Yeah, pretty cool looking can art there. So I got my Spiegel Stout glass. Let's pour it up. All right. It is still a little cold. I pulled it out about 5 minutes before the show, so it's been out for about 20 minutes now.
You pulled it out, folks.
So hopefully it warms up a little bit more, but still got a little bit of water in there. Pour it up.
Wasn't before, can't drink.
Right. Oh, it's looking pretty thick.
Here you go, Alex. There's a creamy one.
Yeah, that's looking pretty
Oh yeah, I love my stouts. You know that.
thick too. You get it. The camera actually doesn't do it justice. It's got this like dark brown, cocoa colored head, pitch black in appearance. There's not even like a ruby hue at the bottom. Super, just dense black, no clarity through the beer at all. A little bit of effervescence at the bottom, but it's got this nice, like I said, frothy, creamy, cocoa colored head on top. Let's go for the nose. It's got that. I can't get away from that aroma now. This one has the vanilla in it, but it's got that like budget brand Oreo cookie, chocolate wafer, vanilla cream.
Duplex.
This is a duplex. I've never had one of those, so I can't say that. I call it just budget Oreo or like great value Walmart cookies.
99-cent store.
A little bit of caramel malt. There's a little bit of like roasty coffee, but it's definitely on more of the sweeter side, more chocolatey, milky. Yeah, that vanilla note's coming out pretty nice. Yeah, it's good. Well, it's actually giving off a little bit more of like a actual Oreo. A little bit of raisin. Brown bread. Definitely more on the sweet, chocolatey side, though, as far as like roasty coffee. Like there's a little bit of roasty coffee aromas, but definitely on the sweeter side. There's actually a little bit of like oaky characteristic to it. As far as being a beer aged in bourbon barrels, this has a pretty good amount of the bourbon barrel influence on the aroma. Let's taste it. Cheers, guys.
Please be delicious, Tanner. Cheers.
Sure.
Oh yeah, it's thick.
Whoa. Ooh. Thick boy.
Milk chocolate, a little bit of a boozy burn. Lots of sweetness.
Nice.
Lots of vanilla, caramel. A little bit of that roasty coffee, astringency, slightly bitter. But definitely more on the creamy milk chocolate
Hell
and vanilla side. And honestly, it does kind of have like signature Oreo taste as well. Definitely I'd say full-bodied thickness to the viscosity. It's almost along the lines of the like the chocolate syrup, but it's not as like that barley wine I think I had last week. That barley wine was straight up chocolate syrup. This is getting there. It's a little bit more on the thinner side of that, but it's still full bodied. That one was honestly a little cloying. This one, it has a good amount of sweetness and viscosity to it that it's not overly cloying. It's a good sipper beer. Now that I'm sipping on a little bit more, the sweetness is definitely dialed up. It kind of takes away from that 10% ABV. Kind of cuts back on the booziness. I think the year, I don't know, depending on when BuMpy bought this, it could be 2 years. I'm not too sure.
No, it has the date on it.
Well, it says 2021.
So it's a year, legendary Tanner.
But we're in November. So, like I said, we're in November, but I don't know when BuMpy bought this can, so it could have been canned in November of 2021.
Yeah, I bought it in 2022. So,
yeah. So, it's I will say the age on it, I feel like definitely added some complexity to the beer. I haven't had it fresh, but it seems like it's had some time to envelop and turn into this complex beer that's not all one flavor. Nothing's really standing out more than the other. It's got a good balance to it for barrel aged stout. I like it. Hopefully, when it warms up a little bit more, maybe it'll. I'm right now. I'm looking at around 90, 95, 96. I'm thinking when it warms, I'm probably going to be up there a little bit higher, but we'll see what happens. Cheers.
Whoa. Okay. Interesting.
cheers.
So Tanner, you can get that though, or you can't.
No, BuMpy gave me this. I haven't
Right,
seen
but
it.
can
Probably
you
can
get?
get it. Yeah, I would imagine.
But
Yeah, I
can you
haven't
get
seen
it in
in
your
my
area?
area. BuMpy gave me this probably like maybe like a year ago now.
Right, but I'm curious.
We bought it in 2022. Is probably first time we hung out was I don't know.
I mean, the beer is as old as the beer says it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter when I gave it to you.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I treated it better than the store did.
Was it on a warm shelf? I mean, I don't think it really.
No,
mattered.
it got to sit in a cool. It was on the warm shelf when I bought it at the store, but then it got to go in the cooler for a while.
Okay.
That's the same with me.
Yeah, I had it in my fridge. I tend to. I know you can, but I tend to even with the beers that I'm aging, I still like to keep them kind of cold.
That's the same with me, legendary Tanner.
There you go. Listen to the Joe right there.
Bar that was created on Untapped 10/16/21, so just over a year old in the can. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. So, yeah.
Joe's the other beer master.
All right. Thank you, Joe. That actually helps a lot.
Thanks, Tanner. And thanks to Joe. Encyclopedia Joe.
There you go. I guess that's why they call you Encyclopedia Joe. Right there.
I'm surprised he changes his channel. All right, I'm gonna shut up.
Joe Tanica.
All right. Thank you for stopping by
Both
BuMpy Road Brews channel YouTube, and thanks for having us panelists here. I got to the Vitamin C Brewing Company this afternoon. And like you would imagine with a lot of different breweries, some of their stuff you can try and they have on tap pours, and some of them are only available as to go in 4-packs. This was an $18 4-pack. Most of their 4-packs were 18, and this is one that they're calling See the Lights. See.
Ooh, oh, Oh, a tree, not treehouse. The house in the ocean. What is it called again? Lighthouse. Yes.
Yeah.
They do like to have a lot of beers with the name C in it because
Joy
one
in
of the
the
beers I
Goo.
had from was Wait and
There's
See.
their logo. My logo. Bam. Show
Vitamin
the logo.
C. I'm not trying that brewery.
Yeah, Weymouth. I believe it's actually East Weymouth, Massachusetts. India Pale Ale at 7.3% alcohol by volume. And according to their website, which they are posting the information from Untapped, they say it's our newest rotational offering that's hopped with Citra, Amarillo, and Mosaic. And I believe, I feel like this probably is reading to me that looks like the number 9, but it can't be. So it's got to be the 10th of November, which was last Thursday, 2022. It's pretty good.
Now let's drink. Eric, you said it's Vitamin C Brewery, right?
Yes, CSEA in Weymouth, Massachusetts. I don't think that they have any distribution outside of their brewery, as far as I understand.
Well, Roger Wilco's. You never know with that store. You never know.
I am going to stick to my guns on my statement there.
Well, no, I'm serious though. You can find crazy
I'm going to
beers.
stick to my guns on that one. Anyways,
You don't believe me?
maybe
Eric.
one day. Beer trading, who knows? Wow, this is more orangey on my end. This looks more kind of lemony yellow here, but I can assure you that this is a murky orangey style of a color. That kind of look. There you go.
No, it's orangey. Yeah.
Yeah, look like
Nice.
pumpkin pie.
Yeah, kind of in a way. Yeah, I haven't poured the whole can in there yet. Let me put that back in the little rapid ice chiller. All right, let's take a. So we've seen that. I don't have any sediment yet until I get to the bottom of that glass. I only poured a 1-finger head. It is got a little bit of lacing. It'll cling a little bit. Then oh yeah, very green, ripe, herbaceous. I'm sure most people would consider this nose to have the hop burn to it, but that's what I like about these fresh IPAs. Definitely a melon note. Definitely lots of grapefruit, pineapple. Definitely, I was going to say rind-like, the pith, the rind, the peel of fruits. A fresh squeeze of the orange juice and the pineapple, or a fresh squeeze of orange and grapefruit. What else? I'm definitely getting the white wheat malt. I'm getting something like that. Maybe a tiny oatiness. I don't know what they're using for malts or anything like that, but it's got to be probably one or the two. Yeah, this smells super fresh, ripe, herbaceous. There is some hop oils in there. There's a little bit. Yeah, there's a touch of like a greenery, green onions, maybe garlic. Not over the top there. It's just a very awesome balance of everything your brain is thinking when you want to take in the aroma of a New England IPA. So let's see if she plays the part. The CSEA, the light from Vitamin C.
I'm going to try to order that beer. I mean
that. Nice brewery.
Gee.
Oh, ooh. Okay, so Dan said something about Cheerios. Yeah, this reminds me more of like oats. I can see that. Definitely an oaty. Cheerios being if you get the oatiness without that cereal grain, without any sugar added, like the frosted, not like a frosted Cheerio or frosted flake, but just more like a oaty Cheerio. Very, very grapefruity. A lot of orangey. Well, actually, a lot of pineapple. A lot of things coming together really nicely. There is a little bit of peach, I suppose. Mango, papaya, guava. And then again, your 3 standard ones that I talk about, the orange, the pineapple, and the grapefruit, definitely. There's the onion, the garlic dankness. I am getting a nice fluffy, silky mouthfeel. It is just a touch chalky when it dries. Ooh. Getting something raspberry? No, not raspberry, but I'm getting something that's really pungent and bitter in like the middle of the sip. There's definitely some bitterness to this one. It's not devoid of bitterness for a New England IPA. What else? It's a medium plus, but I would say medium body. It's crisp. It's pretty clean. I would say raspberry or blueberry or something with the mosaic in there. And crisp, clean, ultra refreshing. I've never been to Vitamin C until today. I had the day off from work and got a buddy at one of his sister's house and the next house over in Quincy, house sitting. So I'm like, wait a minute, why don't we go 15 minutes on the road to Vitamin C? There were only 2 other people in there at the time. We got there right pretty much when the brewery, a couple minutes after the brewery opened. So we had to pick up the litter on that. So good beer. This is pretty awesome. Nice stuff. We'll be back with a rating. I'm very happy. Cheers.
Nice. Cheers.
Cheerios.
I'll
It's
probably try
creamy,
to order
Alan.
that.
Very
Hey,
creamy.
Eric, I'll probably try to order that beer
Yeah, sounds good.
because I'm crazy.
You know,
Yes.
we can never rule that out, Alex. But
I love my beers.
I hope that you get to try some vitamin C. It's they don't make it
Eventually.
a lot of places.
By the
Yeah,
way,
super good stuff.
yes, that's true. This I did drink a beer, but I'll show you later off the.
Super good. Onwards.
You're right.
Let's drink beer, man.
Okay, so I got something from Akron, Ohio. It's called the Hoppin' Frog. It's a 2008-2011 gold. It's called the Boris the Crusher. It's an oatmeal imperial stout. Boris stands for Bodacious Oatmeal Russian Imperial Stout, and it's a 9.4%.
Oh, cool.
It costs about $5.95 for the can. I only get stouts, dark beers from this guy, or less hop dependent beers because the guy sells really old IPAs. So I like to go there because he has like a lot of German and Belgian influenced beers, you know. So it's kind of nice to get that whole thing. But yeah, let's go ahead and tap this open.
Just
Get
let
it
you know,
open.
let's drink beer, man. You're gonna like that because I had that beer before. It's very
Have
good.
you? Holy shit,
Wow.
dude! That's really like red and oily looking.
Very
Wow.
good beer.
Whoa.
Holy crap! Look at that. Nice cacao kind of head or color on the head, like a deep, rich kind of red, almost mahogany, like weird cocoa color. It's weird. It's really tight, 1 finger and a half. Oily, dark, black beer. Looks like oil in the nose. Oh yeah, dude, that's got tobacco leaf, molasses, brown sugar. That's got a lot of desserty kind of sweetness.
Embarrassed.
Leather, kind of a leathery kind of what they use to, I guess, I don't know what I'm saying right now. I'll just stop. But no, it's got a lot of complexities in it. Holy crap.
You ready?
It's very, very malty, very bitey. It's got a nice, almost like a figgy kind of smell to it. Raisins or figs or dates or something in that realm.
Damn.
A little vanilla. It almost smells like it was barrel aged. I don't know if it was. But anyway, let's get on to the drink. Cheers.
Bro.
Cheers.
Man, that sounds very
Excuse me, man.
complex. Well, look at the lacing. Damn.
Oh, wow, that's robust as fart. That's very robust. That's very full-bodied mouthfeel, very smooth, very creamy
Bless
kind
you,
of. Yeah, it's got a creaminess to the mouthfeel. More of like a silky kind of smoothness, and not too much on the carbonation. You can kind of get the heat right away. My whole body kind of turned red, like as I took it down. It's just like the alcohol just it's not that big. It's just you can kind of get like that lift, which is nice. I kind of like it. I needed it. I had a hard day today, so yeah, very smooth and coffee-like. Very big coffee bite. Very big, dark, rich chocolate, baker's chocolate. Vanilla and like even a bourbon is coming out. So it's telling me like it was maybe bourbon aged, barrel aged or something like that. Fruity plums. I don't know if it was aged. I have no idea. I do get an oatmeal though. I get the oatmeal kind of thickness. I get the thickness of the body, the smoothness of an oatmeal beer. I get that kind of oatmeal flavor as well. It's not super sweet. It's got a drying kind of feel in the back, in the finish. It's making me sweat. Like I don't know what the hell's going on, but
You allergic to that beer?
That's not good.
I know it's just it's like got some strength to it. It's got some. It's pulsing.
Mentally, we're not prepared for the strength, maybe.
Dates, figs come to mind. A little bit of cherry in the back, a little dark, rich cherry with the chocolate and coffee, leather. I had a little tobacco in the aromas, and it kind of follows through with the flavor, but it gets more into like that vanilla kind of chocolatey coffee kind of thing. Very creamy oatmeal, though. It's very nice. This is really good. I can see why it won gold in whatever the fuck year, but 8 through 11. So I mean, I can see why it was good. Why it won. Yeah, good stuff. Cheers, man.
Cheers. All right.
Guys. Thanks, BuMpY.
Hey, y'all think of questions we can ask?
Yeah.
Inner armor for sure. Holy crap.
All right. Here I am.
Legendary.
Going down the only road I've ever known.
Going down the only road. Wait.
Okay.
Which one?
Craft loggers.
Maple Doodle.
There we go.
Maple Doodle. We're gonna try this with a different brew. I did this on John's channel, not this beer, but the 2022 framing hammers that they have out now, and it is brownie one. It was brownie battered donut, and it wasn't good. And I'm like, oh no, please don't let this be like a really bad year for these. So I haven't had this one. Because I did send a few of these, not this one or the other one I had out to the FLX boys. So I'm hoping that this one's good. This one is a bourbon barrel aged maple doodle. It's an Imperial Baltic Porter coming in at 12% ABV. It's aged in bourbon barrels with maple soaked cinnamon and vanilla.
Please be delicious.
I can read the little side thing. We wanted to push some boundaries with this variety and create a version inspired by maple snickerdoodles. Snickerdoodles is one of my favorite cookies, just in case you guys need to know that. Of course, we had to go to our friends and maple experts at Run Amok to make that happen. Their maple soaked cinnamon and vanilla are a decadent addition to this framing hammer. Run Amok. You can check them out at Run Amok. It seems like this year, pretty much everything that they're doing with the framing hammer has to do with probably some type of local business, like another, because the other one was a donut shop or something.
Oh.
So this one's Run Amok maple candy.
That sounds like a conscious effort to support the community.
Right.
In times where we need to, really.
So there we go. Cannon Smoke. The little glug-glugs, and we pour a little Foster.
Oh, nice! Look at that.
But perfect pour, anyways. It's kind of like a light, kind of yellowish khaki head. The bubbles are mixed. It looks almost like an ant colony. If you have one of those, like, here you can see like the ant, and they form it kind of does that. Frothy on top, like gelato or a cappuccino type thing. Pretty dark body, but if you look at it with some light shining through, it's got this like caramel Coca-Cola coloration at the bottom. It does have a lot more clarity than a stout does. This is a Baltic Porter. So it is lagered, and the body's going to be thinner, not as thick as a stout. All right, some aromas here. All right, I'm getting a little bit of this, a little bit of the barrel, the bourbon barrel. There's a little bit of vanilla note. There's just a touch of maple, which is not. It's not overly maple. It's like there. You can tell that it's there. So it's not like you're like, is there maple? It says there's maple. I think I'm getting. It's like, no, I'm getting maple. But it's not like if you've had the French toast bastard, it's not like that type of like bam maple right in your face. It's subtle. It mixes. It mixes. It allows the barrel to kind of come through a little bit. There's not a lot of bourbon barrel. That's one of the issues I have. This isn't like a Bourbon County stout where it's like, ooh, yeah, you get that barrel action. It's like it's there. It's subtle, but you can tell it's there. Same thing with the maple. It's nice. It's there. You can tell it's there. It blends well. There's a little bit of a fruitiness to this. It's not like a dehydrated fruit, so it's not like a date. It's not like a raisin. It'd be more like a grape, a plum. It's like full fruit, but darker fruit. More to life to it, you know. Touch of cinnamon. Do get a little bit of cinnamon in there. All right. It's smelling a lot better than the last Framing Hammer I had, so that's a positive. Let's dive in. Cheers.
Please be delicious.
Cheers.
Hey,
Ooh,
cheers.
BuMpy.
Framing hammers are delicious.
It's a pretty like light feeling body to it. It's like a light medium body. It is kind of soft and whatever across the palate. Very light and lifty. Like carbonation's good in the medium realm. I'm getting lots. It's like you're getting all the flavors almost at once. But as I'm talking, I'm getting more and more flavors. And it's almost like everything is on an even playing field. There's like not one thing overtaking the other, but everything is like in line. Like, hey, I'm a barrel, you get some wood. I'm that bourbon type note that was pulled from the barrel. You get a little bit of that kind of bourbon note, a little bit of that vanilla. I am maple. I am here too. It's just kind of this like smooth. You're getting everything. Nothing's overtaking anything else. There's a bit of chocolate to it as well. Let me go back in for some more. Yeah, there's almost like this, like chocolate liqueur, grape wine, and like the maple syrup. It's almost more like a maple syrup barrel. So you also get some oakiness and like that kind of like wood. It's like a white oak, and then like a fresh one. It's not like super used type barrel. It's a fresher wood type flavor. It does kind of have a little bit of that kind of reminder of rum. Not rum, bourbon. I mean, cinnamon's kind of swirling as well.
Marzipan ass whiskey scope.
And then it's 12% ABV. This doesn't drink like it's like an 8%. I mean, it's not like, oh, this isn't a higher ABV, but there's no like real booziness to this. The most of the booziness comes from like I can pick up on like a bourbon type thing. I can tell there's a bourbon aspect to this, which is nice. It's not nothing's overpowering. Everything's just on an even plane.
Where'd you get it again? Let's say BuMpy.
What?
Where'd you get it again?
Oh yeah, I'd get this one again.
All right,
I wouldn't
nice.
get the other one that I had.
Right, exactly.
Right,
Yes.
that was on John's channel. I wouldn't get that one again. That was a failure. That tastes like wax chocolate.
That doesn't sound
Whoa,
good to me.
whoa.
Yeah, this one is good. So it gives me some hope that the other ones that I sent out might be good because I didn't try those first. I didn't know. I just kind of was like, the framing hammers are always a nice delight to have. They come out prior to Thanksgiving. So it's not like the Black Friday rush of the bourbon counties where you really you have to go out and you might not even find them. These things show up and there's at least in New Hampshire there's plenty of them on the shelf. It's just like I was just there. I was like, oh, there's like 7 to choose from, and I'm like,
And Tanner's got one. Shit.
Yeah, so
and he's got another one. Shit.
No, this
very
is
nice.
bomb.
It's a very nice, very nice brew.
Cinnamon roll.
I'm enjoying this one.
Check it out. Looks delicious.
Yeah, and I'll come up with a score. If I come up with any other flavor notes on it too, I'll let you know. It is a little bit drying to the palate, but the ABV, I mean, it's hidden enough. You know what I mean? It's like I said, there's a hint of there's a bourbon barrel type of note in there, which you want. It's bourbon barrel aged. You don't want.
They have a pretty clean lagering yeast. I know.
It's at least there. Like it's but 12%. I mean, I'm not burning in the chest. I'm not like, ooh, there's a big old alcohol note. So I think they did a good job. Good job blending this one, mixing it, and we'll go to the fan favorite, free for all.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Cleared their throat during the free for all.
Color of beer. Wow.
That you did.
Yeah.
Dirty Dan.
Now this is warming.
go ahead.
I was gonna say now that this is warming, I'm getting like a big. I'm getting like chocolate cherry, and then that vanilla note is coming out pretty prominent as well. So it's like chocolate covered cherry with like vanilla cream.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've noticed that before with like barrel aged stouts. You drink them a little bit chill, they start to warm up.
Hey, Mr. Dean, I think your son wants you. Seen 20 years.
I think he knows that.
Oh, gee, I thought that was I thought we were on The Simpsons.
No, it's a legendary Dan.
Oh, that Nelson?
Yeah.
You gotta say ho ho ho.
Dan, you're muted, buddy.
I think you're
muted.
No, but yeah, I was saying the barrel aged stout.
You've been a good boy.
You can't hear me.
That sounded like a molester. That was terrible. That doesn't sound good. Sorry. Sorry about that one.
Daddy's gonna go chat. Okay, say
Beer's
bye
got a hold of me.
Jackie see Mike.
till Mike's not here.
Yeah, Mike's not here. Run, Santa's bad.
There he goes.
Ah,
Bye.
the door. Where's Mike?
Close the door.
No, Mike has no interest.
No
Yeah,
Mike,
right.
no interest.
Sorry for hijacking the show there.
Oh no, I was just saying when barrel aged imperial stouts tend to warm up, I always get like that. The dried fruit notes tends to get like sweeter for me sometimes. Like I said, it was giving off more raisin. Now that it's warmed up, I'm getting a little bit more of like a cherry, and I've noticed that a couple times with different barrel aged stouts.
Mm-hmm.
So this is warmed up. It's pretty much to where I would say it's ideal to the point where it's not going to be drinkable for me personally. Triple IPAs, I prefer them on the colder side of things. It's so cool, but it's warming. I'm starting to get a noticeable burn, a booze burn in the chest.
Yeah.
So turn
Other than
the
that,
heat down.
though, yeah, or take off my burglar cap.
Take off your robber hoodie.
No, I'm getting a lot of melon, and like a candied white wine, not just like white wine, but like a candied white wine,
Zinfandel?
maybe like a candied grape.
Why?
Hey Dan, what would you do if your son just kicked open the door and said, "Eat my shorts"?
If my son kicked open the door, I'm signing him up for an NFL tryout. That's what
My shorts.
But no, this triple IPA is very unique and different. And if you see it, I'd pick it up if you just want a change of pace when it comes to IPAs. There's just that yeast brings something, a whole different level that I haven't had it in a while. So it's coming off really good. You may hate it, but it's different. I give it a 4.3 out of 5. So, Viking Funeral, 4.3 out of 5.
That is a badass sounding beer and label.
Yeah.
Heavy
This is
metal.
version 2, by the way. Apparently, there's a version 1.
Had a good look to it. It was really nice.
Drink that at a Viking funeral.
Drink that in a heartbeat.
Cheers.
So, let me see if I can get stuff out of the way. I don't know. I really like this beer, and it's going to get a high rating, but sometimes actually a lot of the time, put it on my community tab on YouTube, Top Smoke 75, and the few people that did rate on the poll or did answer the poll question kind of agreed that a lot of these New England IPAs are kind of melding together and tasting very similar these days. And I would agree with that. I think it really comes down to execution, to that mouthfeel, and for me, a balance when it comes to hop and malt. However, I do appreciate when it's not super crazy hoppy, but there's enough bitterness to remind you that you're still drinking an IPA at the end of the day, which almost this day and age in New England IPA game makes you kind of different, making it a wee bit bitter. It kind of makes you a little bit different than the rest of these New England IPAs. I know it sounds strange, but this one's got just a little heft in the hops. Maybe 65 to like 70%, maybe more in that 60 to 65%. It's hoppy, and that 40 to 45% is on the malty side. So it's a very well balanced beer with just with a kiss more hoppy bitterness than most of this style. I like the Amarillo, the Mosaic, what's the other hop they're using? The Citra, obviously. It's got a nice orangey zestiness right in the middle of the palate. I said raspberry, but I guess the Mosaic made me think of berry note in general. So much grapefruit and the pineapple notes in there. Again, it's got some bitterness to it. It doesn't linger around too much. I'm not really noticing the chalkiness as much anymore. This beer this is the end of the can. It never got overly yeasty in the can, because you all know me. I pour shitty IPAs and they look like amoebas in the bottom of the glass. The mouthfeel is great. I got the oatiness like Cheerios, like Dan said. So, all things considered, my first time having this beer, my first time going to Vitamin C today, the experience being out of this world nice. Good price point at $18. Pours were like 5-ounce pours that I wanted to try were like $6-7. Good deal for the money. I'm very happy. Let's not get too over myself. 94 is a great rating. I like this. Cheers. I'm happy.
Nice. Cheers.
Well, my beer, I'm gonna give it a 96. It's very good stuff. I'm going to drink the rest of that pack. I put the rest of it in the fridge. So that is really delicious. I have drank those kind of beers before, not that beer specifically, like I said earlier, but they have been very tasty. So Appreciate you. And that's what's on there. 96.
Cool. 96.
Yeah, great flavor for the summertime. They want it summertime. So good stuff. Not too dry. And it's perfect.
Cool.
Nice.
What do you say, beer man?
What did I say? Shoot, man. This was very complex. A very big beer. I got sticky lips, silky mouthfeel, full medium body, tangy, diggy, datey, nutty, molasses, dark chocolate. Easy to drink for the strength, but very complex. And it doesn't say bourbon barrel aged, but I believe they have a bourbon barrel aged one from this company. And this isn't, but I did get vanilla, and other people did too. I was reading some stuff on Beer Advocate. So I don't know. They might have added vanilla. I don't know. As far as an adjunct goes, I'm going to give this a 93 out of 100. I thought it was absolutely A. The alcohol was not stinging me, but I felt it. And it made me, after all the 7.2s I've been drinking IPA wise, jumping into this, it really kind of fuzzed me over. So I'm feeling good right now. So cheers.
Yeah,
I went from not
Cheers,
talkative to talkative.
fuzzed you over.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 96 on mine. I like it. It's not overly cloying.
Sure, you don't want to go 69 on it?
No, 96.
You loves it that much, Bubby?
Definitely 96. The bourbon qualities that you get with this, the barrel aging aspect of the beer definitely stands out. They did a good job with this. I think they use, sometimes they have that they say vanilla or they add vanilla to it. You don't get a lot of the vanilla quality. Sometimes they use like a tincture or an extract or something. This kind of tastes like they're using actual vanilla beans, I will say. It's got that natural vanilla flavor. But yeah, I think it's pretty dang good. It's not overly filling. I can easily drink this 16-ounce can. There have been some Imperial stouts aged in bourbon barrels, 10% ABV, 16-ounce can. It's very hard to get through a can. This was pretty easy to get through. So like I said, it's not overly cloying. Flavor is pretty well balanced. Like I said, that dried fruit flavor kind of turned into a cherry. It's given off a little bit of that Oreo cookie like quality. So I think 96 out of 100 is definitely a fair rating. And I will say that the year that this can has, as far as aging it after it's canned, I think it did a pretty good job adding to the complexity and the balance of beer. So 96.
Well said, my man.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We got all the wordly wise words in there, right?
Yeah.
No
Well, I'm looking
questions.
mine up on Untapped. I mean, I got my score already written
If I give a
down.
question, I don't have one.
Did Bumpy you score yet?
I'm gonna score mine. It's I'm looking it up on Untapped. There's only 9 ratings on it, so they
Wow.
don't even give the average. But all of them are lower than what my rating is going to be. Most of them are around at least 4. Some are higher, some are a little bit lower. But mine's going to be a 45 out of 50, which would be like a 4.5 out of 5 on Untapped. It's going to land in the very good range, the top end of very good. What I like about it is, hey, I'm going into this knowing that it's not a stout. That's one of the things that they do a really good job with the Jack's Abbeys, these Baltic Porters, is they are lagered. It's not a stout. It's not going to have as harsh flavors. It's cleaner. It's got a lighter body feel to it. It's got all these things going. So you can't go into it thinking, oh, this is an Imperial Stout. Why doesn't it taste like an Imperial Stout? Because it's not. It's just not. It's not what it is. So they do a great job of that. What I really liked about this beer, but also kind of what I didn't like, why it didn't score higher, was what I liked about it. Everything that they put into it basically had a say. It was very even across the board as far as the maple, the barrel aging, the bourbon-esque, the cinnamon even popped up a little bit. It was just everything was there. The malts kind of, they had their little bit of say of what they're going to throw into it. What I didn't like about it, and why it only scored a 45 and didn't score a 50 out of 100, is yes, more barrel would have been nice. More bourbon barrel. It would have been nice to have more malt influence, more like a stout, but like I said, this isn't a stout, but it would have been nice to have some of that, if I was getting more of a raisiny, leathery, type thing, or tobacco, just something else coming through, besides like this kind of chocolate and plum type thing. If it had more cinnamon, if it had more, if there was just larger spikes of stuff, if you're doing like a graph, this was basically like a flat line. Like, here's all the ingredients, flat line. We're just hitting that boom, 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 boom. We're not going like, I would like some spikes, that's,
Borrowed water.
Make it a spaghetti graph instead of a bar graph. Yeah, it just, I don't know. Those are the things that could have made it better. But all in all, it's very well mixed. You're getting enough of stuff. It's not overpowering. See, that's something like with the maple. It's like, it's nice. The maple's there. It's not overpowering. I would have liked more bourbon barrel. I would have liked more bourbon barrel aging to come through. So that could have been a nice spike and still leave the maple down here. The cinnamon, maybe a smaller spike on the cinnamon versus how the cinnamon came through, like just a little more of that cinnamon kick. The vanilla, I mean, that's kind of coming through the bourbon barrel aging anyways. So the vanilla is probably spot on. But yeah, more malts, that could have used a bit more of a spike, more of the malt, like darker malt flavors and stuff that you can get. But it is a lager too, so it's not going to have as much of that funky ale-like yeast, because ale yeast will give off more fruity esters and floral and stuff like that versus what a lager yeast is going to do.
Right.
So that's why I can't complain. That's why I'm scoring it what I scored it. So there.
Cool. It's fair.
Awesome, man.
Joey would 69 a Krispy Kreme.
Yikes.
Oh, I used to make donuts.
Wait,
Joey.
Tommy Carroll will be right back, but he has a question for later. Okay. Well, make sure you bring that question because it's coming right up now, Tommy. So if you have a question, please throw it out there.
Yeah, why not ask it? Come out.
There you go. Ask it, Tommy. Damn it, Tommy just asked a fucking question.
Oh, Lord.
That's what I do now with the fruit flies. I just spit out.
I see Alex drinking what?
A heavily fruited sour.
He's
to
drinking
wipe
heavily
away
fruited
the-
yeah.
sour to wipe away the taste of your hell.
Those other beers that I could drink I had to put in the fridge because I only put one in to enjoy with you guys. I should have put them on, but then, hey, you live and learn.
Yeah,
Good
see,
stuff.
so like, yeah, what Joe's saying there is kind of what I was mimicking with it is a lager. It's not an ale. It's not a big imperial stout. It's imperial porter. That's the difference.
Wait,
You want to
so
know the
porter-
difference between a
Baltic
stout
porter.
porter? Framing hammer.
It's a lager porter,
Wait,
basically.
so porters are lagers and stouts are ale?
No, so
No, they lager these.
No, the
The
Baltic
Framing hammer is a
Baltic
Baltic
porters
porter
are
style.
typically lagers because they're brewed in the Baltic region. That's where they got the Baltic porter from, and it's cold there, so they would use lager yeast.
So are some porters aled?
They are ale.
Most porters are ales,
Yeah.
but the Baltic porters
I was
more
getting, like,
typically
totally-
ale.
Baltic porters are lagers. Yeah.
It's a very unique.
Everything
beer
I know is a
style.
lie. I was so confused for a second.
Brings them out more lighter and crispier
Yeah.
than your fuller
Knowledge
body.
is power. Woo.
So stouts are, what are stouts? Ale?
What are they, Tanner?
Ales.
They're ale?
Yes.
Ale.
Okay.
Unless they crash them in cold for a while, you know.
All the
do
framing
IBUs.
hammers are drain pours, so just pour them on out.
Cheers, last beer.
Yeah, cheers to that Josh guy.
I pour them
Yeah.
down my
Late
belly and I won't
party.
review them.
Yeah, right. I pull them down my gullet.
So, does anybody have any last words to say before? Hopefully, somebody comes up like Tommy Carroll
Tommy
with a
Carroll, ask
question.
a question.
Damn it!
I never asked you.
If not, then I'll just ask a random question. It might be just so
The
random.
answer is 3. Well, I don't know.
Dum. All right, you ready? It's
Sure.
question
Yes.
and answer time.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm drinking on.
I'm going last, so we are in the order that we're going to go. So Bearman will be first, Alex will be next, Dan, Tanner, then Eric. Tommy, I'm going to give you 10 seconds. I'm going to take a sip of this.
10 second,
I
Tommy.
have no time to look up the answer before
Is that your
go,
nickname with the
so
ladies? 10 second, Tommy.
Spontaneous is all hell.
There's Joe's a question. I have a question. How long does it take before Alex grabs a Czech's Pilsner to review on New Brew? And do you think he had said beer before despite the name of the show?
Oh.
Ooh.
Hopefully he has not had the beer before.
That's not stabbing westward, that's stabbing Alex.
And beer master.
That's like for Alex to answer.
How many licks
does
to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Next.
Well, if you ask the owl,
Hey, get to the center of
that's
this.
3. Okay, I think Tommy Carroll, if you have a question, then maybe bring it up next show. I'm just going to ask this question right now. Panel. Thanksgiving is coming up. We will have one more show prior to Thanksgiving. Should we do a Thanksgiving theme type? Almost said multi Monday. New Brew, where we bring beers that are kind of more festive towards the season.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
But it has to be something you've never had. We'll take a tally on that one. But the other thing is there a special beer or beverage, any alcoholic beverage that you try to have every Thanksgiving? So first question is answer yourself. Should we, and I'll just tally it, should we do a special Thanksgiving themed type of New Brew next week? And then,
That's a good idea.
is there a beer or any special like alcoholic beverages that you drink during Thanksgiving? Like beer man.
Yeah, definitely a Thanksgiving themed beer. Unless you're going with the indigenous thing, you can have Indians on it. But I mean, it's all based on what you believe in. But I know my wife's got Cherokee Indian in her, so it's like
Columbus is not
indigenous
involved. Columbus is not involved in Thanksgiving.
Screw Columbus. Okay.
For Columbus.
Keep it up there, beer man.
But a beer I would normally have would just be my typical go-to. My IPAs, my Westies, anything. There might be a special stout or something I might pull out because it is colder. It's just the time of the year. It's the time that those things are more dominant. So, I might pick up something real nice, 20, in a big bottle or something for me and my wife to sip on and, whatever. But, yeah, definitely keep a Thanksgiving theme for sure. Yeah. Cheers. Hope I answered that appropriately.
Yeah, very good job. Answer
Well-
however you feel like. Alex, go ahead.
Me. Well,
Answer my first question first.
what would that be?
Oh, see? There's a test. You're not fucking listening, Alex.
Oh, I am listening, but I'm just enjoying my beer. I think you were talking about some other.
Should we do a Thanksgiving themed
Yeah,
new brew
you did say that.
next Monday?
Oh, he did.
Bring like a kind of Thanksgiving like beer to new brew that you've never had.
I will do that. I did hear you say that. Yes.
Is that what you want to do? We're taking a tally right now.
I think that would be cool. It's still.
Okay, so I'll put that down as a yes. Okay.
I think that's a good idea.
And then the second part of the question is there a special beer that you have every Thanksgiving or a beverage of any beverage that you like? It's Thanksgiving and I'm gonna have this.
No.
Like maybe you guys do like Christmas wassail type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I give you a spread on that. Let me think here. I mainly just drink sometimes stouts or regular beers or a bourbon, like not bourbon, but like what is it called again? Not Jack Daniels now. What else? I'm trying to think what it's called now. Oh, Captain Morgan. I drink Captain Morgan sometimes on Thanksgiving, but I like to maybe grab some stouts. Maybe I'll do that this coming up weekend for the Thanksgiving new brew and also for whatever. Yeah, I think, it is getting cold, so that would be a good special beer to do that.
Nice. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alex.
Anytime, brother.
All right. On to Dan.
Hey, Bubby, you cracked me up when you said, "You're not." I love you. I'm going to shut up, Bumpy. You're a trip, though.
Cheers. Yeah.
Yeah, Dan, were you listening?
Hey, Dan.
Were you listening, Dan? Jeez.
Oh,
Dan is lost in the wilderness.
So for this beer and cheese pairing, what?
Hey,
So
Dan,
yes,
wait.
Thanksgiving themed new
It's
brew would
Monday.
be
It's
pretty
Monday.
cool.
Let's not push the week forward. Okay. This is the start of my off week. This is where I don't have to work.
Okay,
Don't push the days forward on me, Dan.
I apologize for this Wild Card Wednesday. I would like to
Fuck me.
What?
2 days ahead now.
Yeah, definitely. I'd be down to try and challenge myself to find a Thanksgiving themed kind of beer.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Okay, so that's a check mark for that.
Sure.
All right.
And my beer of choice, something I drink every Thanksgiving, well, at least for the past few years, since I've gone and done it, is Bourbon County Stout. Goose Island, Bourbon County. So every Black Friday, it's like, that's what I do. I get up early in the morning, Black Friday, go to the beer store like 8 in the morning, wait in line to get my Bourbon County, and then I hit up all the rest of the stores and do all that. So what I like to do on Thanksgiving is I'll open up some of the extras that I've had from the previous year. And see how they've aged the year.
Oh, you have to wait in line for that?
Well, I mean, it's not much of a line, but yeah, there's still a bit of a line because everyone wants to get the variants.
Oh, yeah, that's true, huh? Yeah.
I like those beers if that's what you're talking
It's
about.
you know what? It brings me back to the old ways. Like, honestly, like ever since the pandemic and everything, like there's not like lines anymore. Everyone orders online or whatever. It's just kind of cool sitting in line at the local beer store, chatting with the rest of the beer nerds about the beer and Bourbon County and all that stuff. And some people are anti Bourbon County, AB and Bev, whatever. It's to me, I think that's one thing AB and Bev hasn't really tinkered with. Is that program?
Well, legendary Dan.
It's still delicious, and I enjoy getting the base and all the variants and checking them out. This year's lineup actually seems pretty solid, and they answered all the wishes. And there's a coffee variant, so I
Good,
hope
I'll
we
have
get
to
it.
grab that.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna have to talk to my friend DJ.
And there's a barley wine,
There you go.
so I'm
very
eager for that
nice.
as well.
Cool. Like a nice barley wine. English or American?
Cheers.
I believe Danny Tanner.
Tanner Banana.
Let's say Tanner's turn.
Yeah, I'm totally down for a Thanksgiving themed beer.
Okay, I'm not even tallying anymore. I guess we'll be doing that next.
Yeah,
year.
I'm gonna say no.
Thanksgiving time.
Wow,
In beer, usually, the people in my family, they're not like. I mean, like I have an older brother who likes craft beer and stuff, but for the most part, we usually drink like Miller Lite, stuff like that. But
Yeah, of course.
I usually look forward to drinking Thanksgiving time is bourbon and like the alcoholic eggnogs. I just saw those the other day, the Evan Williams eggnog.
That stuff's good.
Usually my mom really likes them. My cousin likes them. Everybody usually just has like a little glass of them. But my cousin's fiance, they just bought my grandma's old house. My grandma moved in with my mom, and now my cousin and her fiance bought my grandma's new house, and we're going to be having Thanksgiving there. And he is a big whiskey guy,
Good.
so I would like to bring over some type of, decent bottle of whiskey. Both of my older brothers, not like super big whiskey heads, but they enjoy a good bourbon.
He's also big into 1980s vinyl.
But yeah, we for the most part, like I said, it's usually like bring over some type of decent bottle of bourbon, and then like I said, like the eggnog, the alcoholic eggnog.
Eggnog for sure. Yeah. Well,
And like for lighter beers, it's probably what we're gonna be drinking. So
I mean, but let's say Tanner, you can always bring some of the beer that you want to drink if you don't like.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. But
Yes, Ryan, come on.
sharing.
if we're drinking bourbon, I tend to just kind of stick to one thing.
Right, if you're just drinking bourbon. I
So,
got you.
yeah, if we're doing drams of like some decent bourbon, I tend to not mix it with craft beer because
Right, because you don't want to get too drunk and sick.
it doesn't tend to mix well.
The loud
No,
dinner
it
table
does
right
not.
there.
Doesn't mix well.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Legendary Tanner. If you just drink one glass of bourbon and then the rest of the night you drink beer, you'll be fine. But if you drink more than that, obviously you get sick and ill.
Just can't have
But the thing is with me
One.
though is I really like whiskey,
Okay.
but it's one of those things that I can't drink all the time because I feel like
Right.
it's not good for you to drink hard alcohol constantly.
No, not
Which
good for your
is
health.
I need some help with this.
which is why I like the beer every craft beer.
Mhm.
One bourbon, one gin, one beer.
I think it's
that how it
Scotch.
goes?
One day.
One scotch.
Oh, Scotch.
scotch.
That BuMpY song, that would be what he would do.
Yeah, I'd rather have the gin than the Scotch.
Legendary BuMpY loves his gin.
Oh, I
man.
love scotch. I can go for
Scotch.
Scotch gods. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Scotty,
Hoagie
Scotty
Scotch.
Scotch.
Tanner, what's your? Sorry, Eric. Go ahead.
What is
Go
it?
for it, Dan.
Oh, let's
I
get private
said
chat.
no Thanksgiving theme, but we're gonna do it anyway. So I better find a damn beer. I'm the outlier there. I used to have some. They're still my cousins, but my cousins and I used to do some beer tastings during Thanksgiving where we would try to pair it with each activity, say, of the day. Like when you first get there, you get like a really lighter beer or a wheat beer. Then you have something with your soup or your hors d'oeuvres or whatever, waiting for the meal. Then you have one with the meal. You have one with the dessert. You have one as the digestive or something. And I used to really like saisons and trying to find saisons. Maybe I should try to find a saison. I haven't had in the last 2 years anything that I've really had to have during the meal. I used to really buy the Thanksgiving ale from Mayflower Brewing Company. That was a really good. I think that was considered an old ale. Yeah,
Do they still make it?
Yeah,
Legendary Eric?
yeah.
they're really good and malty,
They do.
cinnamony. I may have to buy
Have
some
you
of
ever
that.
been to the Mayflower Brewing Company?
I have never been to that brewery.
I have been there.
Wow.
It's a little like
I've heard of the brewery, and never had the beers.
I think there's actually an automotive shop right next to them.
I think you're
like,
right. Yeah.
It's like all these garage type doors, you know.
I can picture where it is.
Like
Yeah.
a little tiny strip building.
Mhm.
But I asked one of the most important questions,
Ooh.
and I confused the tour guide because I brought my wife down. We went on a tour, and I just asked, "What's your house yeast?"
Ale yeast.
I don't know. Oh, okay.
I have to try that question sometime on a tour.
Mm.
But
I'm
yeah,
not trying to
maybe
steal-
I'll have
I'm
to
not
bring
trying to steal your
the
information.
Thanksgiving ale and from Mayflower to the show next Monday. And I don't know. Now you make me think. What should I have with the turkey? Maybe something. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one and see what I come up with this year. But nothing real definitively. I used to really like to try saisons. Those work really well. Turkey. Maybe a saison.
You know, Legendary Eric, when I was
Yeah.
up there,
Champagne.
I totally forgot about Mayflower because I've been wanting to try Mayflower for so
They're very good. Yeah, they're not bad at all.
And then I
Very
went up there and I
approachable
totally forgot about that.
Very
Yeah,
easy. approach to
Mayflower, their golden ale's good.
really good. Yeah.
Their porter's good. It's like an oatmeal porter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Any
they got some
stout?
good stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
They have some rotating
You
stuff.
just think of yourself as a pilgrim.
I had a bourbon barrel. I had a
You just
barrel
imagine yourself as a pilgrim drinking the Mayflower.
Keep it up, Bubby.
There's
Yeah,
my
their Thanksgiving old ale is really good though.
Never even
They have
heard of that.
leather bound books.
Beer. I've heard of that.
Another
Beer.
good
Oh
one.
yeah, that one's good too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, then they have their staples. You know, they have a nice, I think it's like an English IPA or something that they do. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. It's kind of classic style for the most part, but it gets you there. I'm not saying everything that Mayflower does is the best, but
Well, that's what any brewery.
I think they do a decent job with most of their brews.
Thank you.
You'll be happy with them nonetheless.
Legendary Bubby. That's what any brewery. I mean, you might
Yeah.
think one.
No, they put out like a 12 mix pack. They used to, anyways. And I picked it up a few times. Well, this was years. This was like a decade ago, at least.
Oh.
But yeah, there's this stuff that they were putting out much better than Sam Adams.
Yep.
You know, it was just so much more flavorful. It was more crafty. But it really brought in that old school type of like they're using, you know, kind
God
of like
bless you, Benny.
older recipes or something. There was just something about their brews that was nice. But anyways, to answer my own questions, I guess we'll do next new brew will be Thanksgiving type themed beer if you can find something, but it's got to be a new brew, so it's got to be one that you can
Right,
have.
exactly.
Not be Thanksgiving.
Like I've had Mayflower's Thanksgiving, so I will not be
can't do that.
bringing that.
Very good.
But it's just something that you can kind of think of. Anything like just think of like the food pairings.
Wild turkey.
So if you think like a beer would pair well with a Thanksgiving meal, something like that, you can go ahead and bring that. And say it doesn't have to be awesome, like be absolutely autumn themed. You know what I mean? But we'll do that. And then for this one, I can't bring. This is my Thanksgiving beer. I've been bringing this for like purchasing it for Thanksgiving since like 2012. They've since changed their. They no longer bottle in the bombers. I used to buy a bomber every Thanksgiving, and just that was my special because I was like, wow, this is a great IPA, and I loved it. I mean, now since I've found like so many other much better IPAs and everything. But way back in the day, it was just something I'd bring all the time. From Henniker Brewing Company, Hop Slinger IPA was my beer for Thanksgiving. And yeah, I would make sure I'd go out and buy a bottle of that. But now it's all
Are you gonna do that this year, Legendary BuMpy?
Oh yeah. I still do it. I still pick up a 6-pack now. It used to be, like I said, it used to just be a bomber bottle, but I'll go buy a 6-pack
Nice.
of the Hop Slinger. It's not the same. It's it's not.
Why is it not the same?
It's just not, because this was like 10 years ago when I was really getting into craft beer.
Oh, okay.
It was like 11 to 12 years ago that I started getting into crafty beers. But yeah, I was like so new to it back then. And I found like this.
But you seem to still like
the bottle art on it was just amazing. So, but they don't do that anymore. Now it's just.
But BuMpy, it's not that bad. Obviously, you still get it every year. You
I still, it's a good IPA. It's just not. It's not what it used to be to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's still like a tradition. I'll still buy it.
True that.
So I'll buy a 6-pack of that for Thanksgiving. So I'll buy that this week probably, or next week.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It's going to be the same. It's not going to put out a new one within a week. So, anyways, yeah. We answered the questions. I did write down a question that Tommy Carroll had kind of posted. So I will be bringing that one up in the next couple of weeks. I'll probably have a different question next week. It's going to be the show right before Thanksgiving. I want to just open this up now to the panel to do any promos and shout outs to any other channels. But please, if you're doing shout outs, let's try to keep it to a minimal of at least a max of 2 channels. Okay.
BuMpy, come on now.
The max of 2 channels.
Yeah.
Shout
Get
out
on the download.
Well,
Shout them all.
Oh shit! Go ahead.
This Friday, we're going to be doing cannolis.
Whoa!
We're going to be doing cannolis Food Friday. This coming up Friday, and then the following Friday, we're going to be doing some Thanksgiving, I believe. Yeah, Thanksgiving Food Friday. Can't wait. Looking forward to that. That's an addition. I got to keep that going. That's freaking amazing. Yeah, so we'll be doing that around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time when it comes to cannolis, and also that following Friday when we do Thanksgiving. And then Thursday nights, we'll be doing Alex and Friends around 10 o'clock, 10:30. Check that out. Awesome beans. I'm looking forward to doing, doing that channel, doing that show. I look forward to doing both my shows. And then, well, I'm going to just do one shout out. I could do multiples, but let's say BuMpy doesn't like
Shout them all out.
I'm me. I want to be me. That's how I roll. Well, check out Legendary Rick Joplin and his dad and all the peeps that are in that in those videos. Appreciate you.
All right. Cheers, Al. Thanks.
Cheers.
You're welcome, Chief. Yeah, me know.
Will I go? Can I go? No, Beer and Cheese will be open like always. Bring it tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern, your time, 5 mine. And Wednesday will be a Grandma's Boy theme. So if you've seen that movie, there's a lot of cool things you can figure out. Grandma's Boy, Alex. Grandma's Boy.
Yeah, but I already went beer shopping. Legendary Drunken One. I meant not Drunken One. Beer Man.
Hey, hi. No, I'm Dracomon. No,
Alex, bring Steel Reserve 211.
I don't have Steel Reserve 211.
That would work. That would work.
It would work. And also
I'll bring one of my craft beers. We'll figure it out.
Woodwork?
We'll figure it out. Real quick, brewing is on hold for a moment. And oh shit, I just hit my hand on my darts.
What are you doing, Legendary
No,
Beer
my
Man?
hand just went crazy. We gotta hurry here. Damn it, darts, stop it. 2 people, screw it. Dickie's Beer Reviews just shouted me out on a beatbox. I don't know what the hell that's all about. And Bill's Mafia, he just put a light craft lager up. So go check him out, and then go check out just a second one, Hop Killer Brewery, man. Go check out Hop Killer Brewery. That's all I gotta say.
That was three.
There was two. Dickies and Hop Killer Brewery.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, Eric. Crashing into the bam. There you go.
Much love. Thank you. Cheers, man. Someone.
Anybody at all.
I'd like to shout out Poppy Eats. No, not Mike. I'd like to shout out Poppy Eats. Let us beer community go invade the food tuber community and invade the comments on the Poppy video. Tell them FLX sent you. Poppy's awesome. He does everything fast food, everything semi-casual food. He does Mountain Dews. He does beer sometimes. Yeah. All around, Poppy's awesome.
Like Dan. He has other channels.
Yep. Also, I'd like to let's throw a shout out to 21090. So 21090, they used to do a lot of beer reviews, but they're mainly a rock and roll and whiskey kind of channel now. But this time of year, I really enjoy 21090 because they do the whole lineup of the Bourbon County beers and kind of tell you what to expect before you can buy them, which is definitely awesome. I look forward to those personally. So if you are a fan of the Bourbon Counties and want to go check them out, or whiskey for that matter, go do that too. Cheers.
Did Alex just leave my stream?
Wow. Goodbye, Alex.
Yeah, I believe that's pretty accurate.
Did he get angry?
Wow.
Pretty accurate.
To add to Dan's shout out to 21090, if you guys like my channel at all, 21090 is actually the reason why I even started putting out shit on YouTube. So it's thanks to them, 21090, and then they stopped doing fucking home brewing and all that shit. Yeah. Yes, Alex, we see you.
I got kicked out again. Remember where I used to get kicked out? I just got kicked out.
No, you totally did that on purpose. You didn't like what Dan said.
I swear, I just got kicked out.
You were pissed because Dan didn't shout you out, so you left.
No, it kicked me out like it did back in the day. I swear.
Alex, thank you for bringing Hellas.
You're welcome, bub.
The Hellas?
Is it me now?
Where are we?
Who wants to go?
I think it's me. Shout out to me. Look out for some beer reviews. I just dropped a whiskey review a couple days ago. And try to get back into reviewing other things other than beer. Wednesday, 9 p.m. I want to do a little beer trivia. So we do a little beer trivia. I think it's episode 3. So look forward to that. Should be fun.
We'll argue
tonight. I'm not working Thursday. So yeah, Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Do a little beer trivia. And shout outs for other people. Go check out Keith 93 Lumber. Just reviewed a beer that was gifted to me by him. So look out for that review shortly. And also check out Joe from the Beer Patrol. Oh, yeah. So
there you go.
Go check out Joe. I'm sure you've heard about him. He's in the chat here shortly. So yeah, that shout out to me.
What?
Cheers.
All right. Yeah, Thomas Mile 75. We're gonna do the Wild Card Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. That is New York, Boston time. Bring a beer, wine, or spirit. The only admittance fee is that beverage. Bring a beer, wine, or spirit. Let's have some fun. Don't be a douche. You douche. Don't be a douche. No. You can't be a douche, and you don't be a douche. Shout outs. How about a guy named Jerry Fort, the beer review guy? Check that guy out. He reviews anything under the sun you could consume, basically. Any snacks, any microwavable delights. He does beers. He's got his son Jeremy Fowler with him too. They eat all the Doritos and you and all the chips and all the sodas, and he gets not even fat whatsoever. It's crazy. And if you put a link or if you put a comment in his videos, he may very well review your commented product, even if it's not a beer. I was trying to think of somebody else to shout out really quickly. So let's shout out. I'm looking at YouTube really quickly. Let's shout out. I don't know. Miscellaneous Brew Reviews. That's a cool dude that likes music and reviewing beer and magnet fishing. Go check him out. Cheers.
Yes, sir. Cheers.
Thanks, Eric. So everybody's gone?
I think so.
Everybody went, I should say. They're not gone. All right, show tonight, guys. Keep up the good work. We're not done
Thanks
yet.
for coming.
Tommy Carroll. We're still here.
Stick around for a moment.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do my my promos now. If y'all don't mind.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I got my videos, my pre-recorded videos, 50-point inspections for the most part, because I'm not going on any vacations anytime soon. So no bumpy on the roads coming up anytime at all. Those videos are coming out on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Watch them at your own will, anytime you please. If you'd like to, comment if you'd like to. I try to get back to you. I think I might actually do a beer review with Carol at some point, just because he comments all the time. So I might have one coming up for him at some point. Live stream. It's Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern is the time that this show starts. It's called New Brew. Bring a beer that you've never had before if you want to join up on panel. It is a 3-part show. As you guys can see, we do the New Brew. We showcase it. We talk about what we brought. It's a hard thing to do, to review a beer that you've never had before sometimes. I find that's the best way to do it, though, because that's kind of when things are going to shock your palate. You might not be searching for things that you thought you had before if you have a new beer. So, plus, you don't get time to take notes. It's just you're doing it. And it's kind of just training you to say what the hell comes to mind as soon as you kind of taste it. So that's kind of the purpose of the whole thing. Just to find different beers. Don't just go after the same thing that you always have. Find something different. Find something new. You never know. I grew up with my dad. Who had just the taste buds of Bambi. I guess because Bambi was in a forest that burned down. My dad wanted everything burnt. Everything needed to be burnt. Oh, I won't eat it. It's not burnt. It's like, try it. You might like. No. So yeah, just try different things. You never know. Try caviar. Just once,
please try caviar.
Just try it. Who knows? You might like it. If you like it, I'm sorry for you because that's.
Oh no, BuMpy.
I
like it.
But you know what I mean? That's all it is. You gotta expand your palate. You really do.
Sure.
Just too many people say they don't like something they've never even had it. It's like I don't like it.
I had tried it earlier. That was interesting. Dim sum.
Yeah. So there's that. We got the questions and stuff. I think that just kind of adds in. It just kind of throws another loop into the whole thing. I was trying to make this a show that was different than the average, beer review type thing. Just throwing a few different loops. The free for all. We kind of talk about whatever we want to for the most part. It's kind of turned into more of just scoring your beer, but whatever. You still have the opportunity to just talk about what you want to. I would like to have some new people join up. We still have room. We have plenty of room for people to join up. Commerce Aussie, you're always here in the
Tommy.
chat.
Well, Sammy can jump on in too.
Yeah,
so
Sam, as soon as he can jump in, that'd be great.
Monday
he
afternoon.
can-
Tommy Carroll,
he's already jumped in before.
you're always welcome as well. Anybody that wants to join up on panel, I mean, even if you're nervous, don't be. Just do it. We'll walk you through it. Basically, you just got to be there. You're drinking a beer. You're talking with friends. Basically, is all.
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah.
this is. That's
Pretty
all. This is.
relaxed.
It's like you're at the bar for the most part, but we have like little topics, But at the bars now, you go in there to the bar and where they have like these like games, like they're gonna test your skill.
Yeah.
The Quiznos game.
Yeah.
what do they call those things? I see it all the time.
Trivia
Like-
or whatever.
Like the wife and I we'll be out at dinner, right? And we'll be sitting there, we'll be having our meal. There'll be some guys bringing up like microphones. They'll be setting up in the corner.
Oh, it's trivia night. Yeah.
It's trivia night. Yeah, trivia night starts in 10 minutes. It's like, oh, fucking
That could be
A.
the name of Tanner's show. It's trivia night.
Bring us the fucking bill, Get the fuck out of here. Way to ruin a fucking night out for dinner. Trivia night. Screw you, you hippies.
Oh shit.
That won't be a flag.
I think that was said before and it didn't go over well. I think that.
I'm not a hippie.
Not happy.
I'm Santa Claus.
Last one, Forge. Come on now.
Anyways,
Exactly.
no, I want to appreciate all of the chat. You guys are great. The chatters, I call you the chatters. Without you, there'd be no fucking chat. There'd be nothing to bring up on screen. Most of the people watching wouldn't be watching probably without the chat anyways. I mean, you guys are here, you conversate amongst yourselves.
Conversation.
You can munch yourselves too, just like the munchkins. But yeah, Joe, you got Joey. So Joe is the Beer Patrol. Joey, Square Table Degenerates. You got Homer Hearth with Jules. It's Jules. Commerce Aussie's here. You got Surge X02.
What's up?
X02. Cheers. I haven't met you yet, but cheers. Thanks for showing up, popping in. Lep TV was here. Tommy Carroll's popping in. He's always leaving comments on my videos and stuff as well. I appreciate that. Robert the Whiskey Scout. Cheers, buddy. Haven't seen you in a while. Since the last time, anyways. Josh, last beer. Hope you have another beer. Can you join up, please? Can we see you? Can we see your beautiful beard, buddy? Join in. Yeah, just cheers to everybody that's been showing up, chit-chatting. Usually Cheryl is here, Cheryl Crawford. Now, this is the thing I noticed. I don't think I've seen Cheryl. She didn't show up tonight. But cheers still to Cheryl Crawford because she usually does show up.
She must have
So I
COVID.
do appreciate her viewership of all of our channels. And Mick T as well. Cheers to you. Chatio popped in. Yeah. Just thank you all. Thank you all. So that's kind of my shout out. That's kind of my shout out tonight, I guess. Is that a shout out to FLX beer reviews.
Legendary Dan.
Great dude. You got Dan right there, and Mike's the
This is the other hand.
non-disclosed half. There's a new comment. I'm rolling down. Cheers, yeah, Surge. Yeah, let's go ahead and just end this. Unless anybody has anything else to say. Oh wait,
Remember the Alamo.
that's why I was going to shout out FLX.
Oh, what?
There's no other reason other than this selfish plug. After the show,
I know him.
after the show, FLX and myself, we will be doing a video. It's a very special Christmassy type video. It's a Christmas ale.
When you're gonna do another live stream, Bumpy?
No, I don't think we're doing it live. I think we're going to pre-record, unless Dan says differently. Who knows? Stay tuned.
Yeah, Dan needs
Keep your eyes
to
popped.
Who knows? Wild card.
It's a wild card, bitches.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, there you go. But we will be doing the Anchor Christmas Ale, and
2020.
2022 has been great and bad. It's been greatly bad and great.
It's been all right.
Lots of awesome things have happened, except for gas prices.
Yeah.
No.
Screw that.
But beers have been pretty damn special. And meeting new friends has been pretty damn special as well. So I appreciate y'all. So before I get into tears, Alex, take this the fuck out of here.
Sure. This is Alex, the Beer Master, and we will see you all on the next live stream and the next video. This is Alex, Beer Master, signing out. Cheers, everybody.
I have a bad case of diarrhea. I have a bad case of diarrhea. I have a bad case of diarrhea. I have a bad